So I've been rewatching old Bravo shows, like spare time, whatever. And I'm checking out Bethany's spinoff from when she was pregnant and married to her crazy ex-husband. Yo, Bethany has a lot of racist microaggressions. She made a comment about the character Precious in one of the episodes that was a little uncomfortable. I've noticed that. And rewatching this again, I know her ex-husband Jason Hoppy wasn't the best dude, but she's kind of mean to him. Like the way she talks to him, she's very she seems to talk down to people. It's interesting. And I'm recalling when she was on Real Housewives of New York City and she said some of the stuff that he used to say to her. But after watching these first 3 episodes, I can see why he came back at her with like nasty stuff because she's kind of nasty. She's one of my favorite housewives, and one of my business heroes. I'll never discredit her for that. I just realized my damn thing for my dress is how embarrassing. Um, but I just, had to jump in real quick. But I'm like, she kind of talks crazy to him a little bit. I could see why he doesn't, like, he hates her guts. I know a lot of that probably had to do with fame and jealousy because, she did that huge Jim Beam deal when she was first married to him. I think just before getting married to him, if I'm not mistaken. But Bethany's kind of mean. Love her. This thing is still, for real, that means the whole other video I just filmed had this out and I didn't even notice it. Anyway, just had to jump on here and talk about that for a minute. There's a lot of housewives with racist microaggressions. We could go back to when Tamra Judge referred to her husband as a beaner. Her husband's Mexican. Talking about his beaner side. I've never really liked Tamra. She's good TV, but I don't like her. We know Vicky Gunvalson. I don't even have to give an example with her. Kelly Dodd. I'm black! Drunk Wives Matter. Okay, Kelly. I like you, Kelly, but really? Really? Kenya Moore. That Native American costume she wore a couple seasons ago. I mean, she definitely owned that she was wrong and educated herself on that, so that was cool. Kim Zolciak, I could do a whole video on Kim Zolciak. I can't stand her. I'm sorry that she's going through what she's going through, but to me it's karma. You've been a shitty person your entire life, so. Alexia from Real Housewives of Miami. So Alexia is Cuban, and I've noticed from my time around Cubans when I lived in LA, I noticed the light-skinned Cubans, like the white-looking Cubans, don't like dark-skinned people. And there seems to be a racial divide there. Alexia said a few things, especially in this current season of Miami, where I'm kind of looking at her like, she gives me homophobic tendencies too. Now, everybody that I've mentioned in this video, I like, but I would be remiss if I couldn't point out what they've done. Ramona Singer, Real Housewives of New York City. Ramona, baby. Ramona's a mess. A mess. Luann. Now, Luann is more of, I can't think of the word. She kind of looks down on people. She's not like that as much as she used to be when she was married to the Count. Elitist, that's what I was looking for. She gives me elitist energy. But when she dressed up as Diana Ross for Halloween and darkened her skin a little bit, the only person that said something was Carol. I thought that was a little iffy. Now, here's the reality. I think most human beings walking around tend to carry some sort of stereotype of another race, culture, even sexual orientation. I think we've all kind of done that. It's not a pass, but it's interesting when you see it on a reality show because you have to remind yourself these people are real too and not everybody's perfect. But it's funny what flies under the radar. I I think one of the most problematic and racist housewives is Ramona Singer and definitely Kim Zolciak. Especially at that reunion where they got her together when she did the whole roach thing at Nene's house. It's sad as she didn't get it. She didn't even get it in the end when Andy was trying to reiterate to her in the bathroom at the end of that episode or that reunion. Still didn't get it. People like her is a mess. I actually think Kim Zolciak is a completely lost cause. I wish her and her family well, but I just don't think she is a decent member of society. I've never liked her at all. I don't like people that are materialistic. I think if you're materialistic, I feel like you're low vibrational and you haven't lived enough. And God, the universe, whatever you believe in is going to humble you at some point. But I feel like the Housewives have a lot of racist microaggressions in all of the franchises. Potomac, all the colorism. Giselle using words like, I feel unsafe and they're aggressive. The video cut off. Giselle from Real Housewives of Potomac, all the colorism on that show. She's the biggest culprit to me, her and probably Ashley. But her using words like aggressive and I feel unsafe around Wendy and Candace. Really? The two dark-skinned girls on the show? Or darker hued women on the show? Really? I think Giselle is one of these light-skinned black women who has floated through life off of her looks. Now, Giselle is a Virgo. Virgos are very smart. They're also very calculated. And I think most Virgos are pretty. Most of the men are handsome. Most of the women are pretty. But there's something about Giselle that gives me nasty spirit, nasty energy. And I feel like she uses her skin tone sometimes to get ahead or to, in this case, I do feel like she's icing out Candace this season. And we know she don't like Wendy. And I think she's threatened by Wendy because Wendy actually is a lot smarter than her, has more accolades. Yes, Giselle went to an HBCU, but you're on a reality TV show. What did you ever do with your degrees? From my understanding, you've just always had men with money. You married Jamal Bryant and had 3 kids. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll own it. Dallas, the Real Housewives of Dallas, Leanne Lockton, when she said that stuff to the Mexican lady on the show, the one, even though she looked white with her blonde hair, I can't think of her name right now, but she had some pretty nasty racist things to say to her. She said it to her face. Brandy on the show making fun of Asian people. And old girl called her out last season. I low-key like the Real Housewives of Dallas. Not the most entertaining one, but I did like the ladies. New Jersey. I never got racist energy off of New Jersey. I got a lot of elitism on that show as well. A lot of elitism. Which is weird because none of them people, to me, are in a category to even be elitist. Listen, I love Teresa, but Teresa, baby. Spell elitist. Anyway, these are just my, opinion that nobody asked for. But it's my YouTube channel, so I'm going to talk my shit.